It's been 4 weeks, 5 days, and 20 hours since our children's schools shut down. Yes, I'm counting. 4 weeks, 5 days, and 20 hours ago, we were all in a state of shock. No school? No way. 4 weeks, 5 days, and 20 hours later, however, an exhausted, punchy acceptance has kicked in. And many evenings I turn to Rabbi Gersh and say, okay, you'll drop the girls in the morning on your way to the temple. Yes, he says, I'll take Noah and Mira to TVT and Adira to Rosha carpool. Great, I say with a smile, and a pang of grief for what is not actually happening, for what is gone. Our sense of time is gone. All our usual markers have evaporated. The little ones, school drop-offs, workout classes, morning meetings, and of course the big markers, the familiar events of this season, spring break, graduation, opening day of baseball, class trips, even when our taxes are due. Without these regular markers and time, some days we lose touch with which day it is. Some days it feels like every day is Sunday. And yet, even when there is chaos reigning in the external world, our inner world does indeed have an order. Many times in our people's history has the world fallen apart around us, and with it the external signposts guiding our way. And so through these times, we have been guided by our traditions' roadmaps for our internal world. Roadmaps occupy a very tender place in my memory. They remind me of family adventures as a child, heading to Lake Geneva in Wisconsin, or down to Springfield to see Lincoln's home, or schlepping cross country to Oregon. Wherever we went, my father would first make pilgrimage to the AAA office to obtain the treasured triptych. The triptych, way before GPS, guided our way. Spiral-bound paper map booklet. It included all types of features, the highlighted overall route, food and lodging locations, off the beaten path attractions, and even construction obstacles you may encounter on your trip. During this time in which our external signs have disappeared, our tradition invites us to return to our spiritual glove compartment and pull out our people's ancient roadmaps. When we do, we will see that the route on this difficult journey was highlighted for us long ago with the spiritual road signs of our people. The road signs that often faded into the background of our busy lives when we were living the old normal. The road signs that endure even when we haven't found our way back into our new normal. The road sign that reads the seventh day. Shabbat gives us a chance to gather together on Zoom, sing our familiar prayerful songs, and feel little sparks of the divine in our midst. The road sign that reads the festival of Pesach, Passover over the past week, guided us to change up the menu for a week, enjoying and sometimes enduring familiar foods that remind us of the blessings of freedom that we do have and those that we miss. And as we flip the page on our spiritual triptych, where do we go now that Passover is complete? On the next page, we find ourselves on a road called the Omer. This road will take 7 weeks to travel as we retrace our ancestors' path from Egypt to Mount Sinai. The Omer is a time when our tradition invites each of us to engage in the study of our sacred texts. Whether we join into a Torah study, Zoom session, open a favorite Jewish book, or even find some Jewish learning online. The Omer is a daily journey of spiritual preparation for receiving the Torah on Mount Sinai on the festival of Shavuot. This journey we find ourselves on is difficult. We are all experiencing many roadblocks along the way, but we are not alone. We travel this path together as a community and as a people. On this Shabbos, it is my prayer that we each remember to look to our tradition and to embrace our sacred map to guide our way to a better place. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may this be God's will.